Guys, this is Danny B. You're watching the Trash Dish, and in this video I'm going to be doing my top 10 Wes Craven movies. So before doing this list, I only seen like half of his movies, and I wanted to check out the other half to like kind of fill in the gaps and stuff. So I watched all of them except for like the non-horror stuff he did, and then plus he did 2 TV movies. I watched Summer Affair. I watched that one, but there's another one I didn't watch that. But so here we go. Here's my top 10 favorite ones. Okay, coming up at number 10 is going to be Shocker. And Shocker is one that like I like about like 50% of it, and the rest of it is just kind of like scattered all over the place. I think that the guy that plays Horace Pinker is cool. It does go on too long though. Like I think if this movie was an hour and 20 minutes, it would be way better. But I don't know. Wes Craven always wants to put his movies around like 2 hours. Like a lot of these were like 150 minutes or 60 plus 50 minutes. It's like, oh my god. But yeah, Shocker should not have been this long, but it's okay. It's a cool one to throw on at the daytime if you got just like cleaning or chores to do and you just kind of want to listen to it. Yeah, it's alright. Hey, coming up at number 9 is going to be Swamp Thing. And Swamp Thing is one that, Swamp Thing, the character himself, has a lot of nostalgic value for me. When I was growing up, I thought Swamp Thing was like the coolest thing ever. I liked him basically as much as Batman or like Ninja Turtles or any of those things. So this one was fun to revisit. I hadn't seen this since I was a kid. It doesn't hold up that great, but it's still a fun movie. Alright, coming up at number 8 is going to be Scream 4. This is my favorite of the Scream sequels. Yeah, I thought this one was cool. I thought Ghostface was cool in this, and the story itself was cool, and Courtney Cox was good in this. The only part I didn't like is the stupid joke where he's like, fuck Bruce Willis. Like, why would that guy say that shit when he's right about to die? Alright, coming up at number 7 is going to be Last House on the Left. And this one was actually a first time watch for me. I didn't see this before. And I always heard about this movie, and I thought it was going to be like super violent or something. It wasn't. I don't know why I thought it was going to be like very like guts everywhere and shit. It's not really that. It's just like about these like scumbag characters. It's almost like the original version of The Devil's Rejects. It's a lot like that. But yeah, I like the characters. They're all kind of like scumbag-ish. The subject matter is kind of brutal, but I don't think the film itself is too brutal. Like it doesn't. I haven't seen the unrated cut, so maybe I gotta watch that. But psychologically, it's pretty brutal. And then I thought the ending was awesome. I had seen one like this called Night Train Murders, and that I actually like that one better than this, but this was still cool. Number 7, Last House on the Left. Alright, coming up at number 6 is going to be Scream. Scream is a 90s classic. I've seen it many times. He likes to put meta comedy into a lot of his movies, and a lot of times I hate it, but this one it actually works. So, number 6, Scream. Coming up at number 5 is going to be People Under the Stairs. This was another, I don't want to say it's a first time watch for me, because I seen like a lot of it when I was growing up, like just clips of it, but this is the first time actually watching like the whole thing front to end. And yeah, it was pretty cool. One thing I didn't remember was the people that live in the house being so wacky. They were really kind of like silly characters, and then just shooting shotguns into their own walls and shit. And like, it never explains why they have people in the basement. I guess they're just crazy people. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite Wes Craven movies. Coming up at number 4 is going to be Deadly Friend. This was also a first time watch for me, and I had a blast watching this. Fucking BB the robot was hilarious. It's kind of like just like a Frankenstein type of movie. This kid trying to bring their friend back to life, and then when she's back, she's running around killing everyone. It's a pretty straightforward movie, very 80s. Yeah, I had a lot of fun watching this one. Number 4, Deadly Friend. Alright, coming up at number 3, it's going to be Vampire in Brooklyn. This one, I hadn't seen it because I remember when this came out, and everyone said it sucked. And I always heard this movie sucked, so I just avoided it. But this was a lot of fun. Eddie Murphy is hilarious in this. And what I liked about this is this one's just like a straight up comedy. Like Wes Craven, like I'm not a big fan of Wes Craven's like meta comedy. It's okay in Scream, but this one doesn't have that really. It's more just straight up like Eddie Murphy style comedy. And I love the guy that plays the ghoul. I think he's hilarious. I think he was maybe trying to do like kind of a Chris Rock type of thing, but he was hilarious. There's very like Def Jam comedy kind of style. So it was a pretty good 90s nostalgic trip. Like they had the leather jackets and stuff like that. It was very cool seeing all that kind of 90s stuff. And John Witherspoon's in this. John Witherspoon is hilarious in any movie he's in. So number 3, Vampire in Brooklyn. I really like that one. Alright, coming up at number 2 is going to be A Nightmare on Elm Street. This one is the classic. A lot of people put this as number 1, and it's definitely worthy of that. So you got Freddy Krueger in the first movie he's ever done. So out of all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, I think this one has like the best like cinematography, best like set designs and stuff like that. The way it's filmed, it's very dreamlike. Freddy himself is cool in it, but I think he is better in the sequels. But this one's got like groundbreaking special effects and a very cool story and stuff. Definitely like a great start to the series. And then just all the movies that it influenced and stuff. It's very like important in history because of that. But personally, it is not my favorite Wes Craven movie. It's my second favorite. So number 1 favorite is gonna be The Hills Have Eyes. And I always loved this movie. I saw this back when I was in high school, and it just always stuck with me. Kind of like in the style of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre a little bit. You got these like clan of like mutant people, mutant pirate people out in the desert using radios to like rob and eat people, I guess. And they're all named after planets. You got like Papa Jupiter, Mars, Neptune, and Pluto. And Pluto used to be my favorite character just because he's so weird looking. But rewatching this, man, Mars is just so crazy. My favorite line in the whole movie is when Mars is robbing like all the food and stuff. And he sees the girl in the trailer and goes like, "Baby's fat, you fat and juicy." He just looks like a complete creep, and he's got those like razor sharp teeth. Yeah, Mars is fucking awesome in this movie. They're all pretty good. Papa Jupiter is hilarious, screaming at the dead body like, "I'll eat the brains of your kids." And just the way they like outsmart these the family of freaks and stuff in this is hilarious. So The Hills Have Eyes. That's my favorite Wes Craven movie. Very awesome. Alright guys, let me know your top 10 Wes Craven movies. Let me know what you think of this list. This is Danny B. You're watching The Trash Dish. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.